on my way now. Let's go.
Right here.
Documentation that David wants me to embarrass you. What did you say earlier?
Find the ugliest photo of you and put it on a cardboard.
On behalf of the San Francisco Fire Commission, Chief of Department Janine Nicholson, and her command staff would like to welcome you all to the 126th recruit class graduation.
Chow.
They say, good news travels slowly, bad news travels fast. Well, rumors of bad cooking travel the fastest of all. So I wish you good cooking and safe travels. Thank you.
126, keep pushing. Be the first to the rig, the first to answer the phone, the first to step up for a drill, the first to help out in the kitchen. I didn't know how to cook when I got in, and I'm all right now, so you can learn too. But be the first. Show us what you're made of. Be proud of where you have come from and what you have done over these past 21 weeks. And then tomorrow, get back to work. Thank you.
You've shown your dedication and determination for these last few months. Let that be the standard you set for yourself for the rest of your career. Be the best firefighter you can be.
Now, from the very beginning of the Academy, I wanted to make it very simple and clear about how I and my staff will approach everything. And it's really based on the 3 traits that make a good firefighter. It's the same answer I give when people ask me, what makes a good firefighter? First, one has to be strong enough. Probably the first thing most of you think about, you have to have the physical capability to do the job, you have to drag hose, lead it into a burning building, pull victims out, raise ladders such as our 360-pound, 50-foot ladder, but that's obvious, you all know that. Second, you have to be smart enough. Firefighters have to know what signs and symptoms to look for in the sick and injured. You have to know what water pressures to pump at with all the different size hoses, calculate the distances, the floors you need the water. Firefighters have to know the safe distances to keep for hazmat situations. And there's many, many more things that firefighters have to know that the general public really doesn't think about. But those 2 things, you probably thought of already. Now the third, and I think the most important trait of a firefighter, one has to have good character. Firefighters respond to the most intimate sanctums when people are the most vulnerable. The public, they trust us to handle those situations with integrity, with honesty, and professionalism that can be described as sensitive or caring. So, to the class, I know my instructors have been very, very hard on you. I know that. And it's because early on, we all agreed that in everything we do, in every lecture they gave you, in every skill they taught you, every harsh word of encouragement that they gave you, that it was to make sure it would make you stronger, it would make you smarter, and it would teach you to display a good character. These instructors, they are the backbone of our academy, and they deserve all the credit for teaching them what they know today. So instructors, please stand up. Please stand up and let's hear it for the instructors. There are very few things in that actually change your life. I mean, really, really make a major change in your life. Like getting married. My wife is up there, she'll attest to that. Changed my life. I think one of the biggest things is having a child. So every parent in here knows that having a child is probably the biggest thing that changes your life. But becoming a San Francisco firefighter is a very, very close second. And because of that, for the families out there, I want to give you this advice. First, be very patient this first year. They still have a whole year of learning and being tested. They have to perfect their recipes as well as their driving skills, and they may be stressed if they don't have a lot of experience cooking. Number 2, adjust to the schedule. A couple days ago, we were going over the schedule with all the recruits, and there was a lot of dumbfounded faces because it is very complicated. But that's not really the schedule I'm talking about. The schedule I'm talking about is that yearly schedule. You see, a firefighter's Thanksgiving isn't necessarily that 4th Thursday in November like it is for everybody else. It's either the day before or the day after. It's the day that that firefighter is not at work. So yes, you may miss your firefighter for that yearly Memorial Day picnic or that yearly 4th of July fireworks, but it won't be every year. Lastly, join the family. Now it's still amazing to me how many of my coworkers that my children call auntie and uncle. So for you guys, I highly encourage you to join the family. Okay, so to the rest of my fire family, I want all of you to know exactly who is joining you. And I'd like the class to announce it to them. So class, for the very last time as a recruit, let me ask you, who are you? 126! Who are you? 126! Tell me now!
126! We understood early on, thanks to many, many, many push-ups, that if one fails, we all fail. As Lieutenant E so aptly explained, we are each other's keepers. Friday test days became larger than any one of us. If we got word that one person had failed a skill, each of us felt like we had failed that person. The testing process challenged us individually, mentally, physically, but more importantly, it brought us together. For us, this highlights the ethos of the San Francisco Fire Department. Teamwork, sacrifice, hard work, dedication, community, and grit. These 21 weeks were not without some personal milestones and celebrations. JV, our youngest member, turned 21. Our class witnessed the engagement of Kevin Hennessy and his future bride, Kimberly, in October. We welcomed a 126 baby when Rich McCoo and his wife, Alma, had little Lola on January 2nd. And speaking of babies, in the beginning of this year, James Small and his wife Maria learned they are having twin boys that are due in May. Along with the milestones, there have also been some things we will never ever forget. We will never forget the amount of time, blood, sweat, and dedication that our entire Division of Training cadre put into our class. Our leaders, instructors, proctors, and mentors committed themselves to bringing out the best in each one of us and preparing us for the next step in our fire service career. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We will never forget the love and support we received from our families and friends throughout this process. None of us got through these 5 months alone. The fire service is not just about the family we build in the station or department, but also the ones we go home to after each shift. To our families, chosen and given, thank you, and we share this day with you. We will never forget the leadership of Kevin Hennessy. He was our first class leader and arguably our best. We will never forget Marty Armena, running miles and miles holding our class flag, the guidon. Never letting a single other person carry it for him and always keeping pace. We will never forget the relentless work of our house collector, Julian Villavicencio, making sure to accommodate all of us equally. We will never forget Alexander Evanoff calling our cadences, uniting us on our runs from day one until yesterday. We will never forget Craig Northrop's incredibly unique morning pledges. And we will never forget our 1-2-6 heartbeat, always jump-started by our youngest member and amplified by our collective rhythm. On that note, thank you again for this opportunity to speak on behalf of the San Francisco Fire Department's 126 Fire Academy, or Recruit Academy class, JV.
Raise your right hand. I,
Michael Carrillo, Raymond Chow, Andrew Christopherson, Jordan Crisologo, Gordon Guzman.
support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter. You may be seated.
Raymond Watson Chow.
Raymond! Raymond! Oh, God! Chow!
Andrew Christopherson. Jordan Crisologo. Albert Yoon.
Emotional.
We made it! We packed everything in 14 minutes. Everything perishable. You ready?
Ready.
That's why I'm in charge of the stove this time. This is it. Omi's.
Pop it. This is it, right?
Yeah. Speech!
Alright, thank you everybody for coming out. Taking time off work to support me and to watch me graduate today.
Woo!
If you didn't see me, just come out here, spend time with me.
Louder.
I appreciate it.
Hype it up.
Hype it up!
Hype it up.
How much do you love us?
A lot. Wait, stop aiming at people.
Jack!
Cups. Where are the cups? Where are the cups? Where are the cups?
All I can remember as I was raising Raymond is that I gave him a big fireman truck, little toy thing. And then one time they were in Chinatown, both Thomas and Raymond, and they bought this t-shirt and it had SFFD on it. And who knows that he was ever, you know, his dream was to become a firefighter, or what he was dreaming about, right? So I'm proud of Raymond. I'm also proud of my #1 son over here. And even because of the fact that we all did the same oath, defend the Constitution of the United States, whether it's military, whether it be the Air Force, whether it be the fire department. I'm proud of both of them, and especially Raymond. This is his day today.
Woo!
Congratulations, Raymond.
Thank you.
Congrats!
Turn up.
Proud of you.
Cheers.
Proud of you.
I'm surrounded 20 babies, yeah, but they didn't know me legend, yeah. Everyone wanna act like they important. What are you gonna say? Close the vlog.
It's all over now. Going home, getting ready for the next day.
Tomorrow, he has work.
First
As
day
a
on the
real
job.
firefighter.